All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 903 for this beautiful Wednesday evening. It is a great Wednesday. It is Free Content Wednesday. Tonight, we're going to be going over types of accounts. That's what we're going to do. Hey, we just want to say thank you all for being here. And just saying, you could have been anywhere else, but decided to be here, and that's what matters. That's what matters. Yes, that's what matters. So congratulations. Yes, I know someone put in the chat, there were some people that passed exams. Congratulations on passing your exams, but you know what? We're here for all of you. Some of you have not got that pass notice yet, and it's time to get it done. And tonight we're going to do that free thing that we do. But first, my name is Andy. I am the guy that runs the back office over here at KonaButterflyz. Brandy, she's got her Series 6, 6326, Series 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all things you need to know so that way you too can get a pass notice. And that's what we want you to do by this summer. Yeah, get a pass notice, strutting by the pool, getting your pass notice on.
Is it a hot past summer again?
I don't know, climate change. It's been cold.
Oh, that's true. How about we just call it a past summer?
No. Honestly, I'm not wishing it.
No.
I wait for the summer to be hot.
No.
But it has been a little.
I'll take it.
Below average and cold.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Which is different from us, and which is refreshing because usually by now my face is already melting. So I'll take it. But yeah, this summer you want to be having that pass notice, walking around, getting that thing done, guys. It is going to be a great summer. But you know, it doesn't happen unless you stay consistent. You stay after it. I mean, we're talking every day, making those notes, doing it again. Why we got it wrong? Why we did this? Why am I doing that? Guys, it is a chore. You have to be after it tediously, continuously. It is one of those things where you have to be persistent as well as consistent. And there's going to be days where it's not going to work out and you just got to make it happen anyway. Otherwise, you're just going to go back and, you go back a step as many times as you go forward a step. It's just one of those things. So you got to really make it happen. And the only way it's going to happen is if a decision by you. So let's get this thing going, Brandy. Let's make it go. Mm-hmm. If you haven't joined us for the Kona Academy, it started this week. It's not too late. We got Wednesday in the books. That was our second day. We're starting our third. By this Saturday, we'll have something out there where you guys can go ahead and get caught up of them on the week and make it happen. So we got the 21-day plan. We got the academy. We got all the test taking techniques. We got studying tips. We got everything in our paid program. We go into detail. Brandy's on 5 days a week, 6 days a week, making it happen. Small group tutoring, all in effect. Guys, we got study guides. We got all that available. Scan the QR code, hit the links in the chat, 951-290-3077. Give me a call, give me a text. I'll send you some info and we'll talk it out. Got the Discord, the message board where you can leave questions, get answers, get talking to Brandy direct. Guys, it's a Kona community. Check it out. We're on Instagram. We're on Telegram. So just join in. Scan the QR codes and hit the chats. And by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe and hit that notification. And thank you all for being here. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. We got the reminder for tomorrow. Tomorrow, we got the Kona Academy, like I said, first thing in the morning. And then we got the 663. Be sure to check your local listings for those and make sure to get into that, into your email and look for that reminder that hits your email box to get into those. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing over some Kona Academy stuff. I don't know what the topic is. I remember, but I don't remember.
Market participants and maybe the FRB if I can get to it.
There you go. All right. And like I said, if you're not following us on Instagram, well, it didn't matter. We had a congratulations to someone who passed their SIE today. So congratulations to Amber Lear. She passed her SIE. Let me know that we were of help. So we got a passer. I was waiting for Brandy to switch the thing.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. So congratulations to Amber. She may or may not give me a picture. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but congratulations on getting that thing done. 2 years in the making. Definitely took part in the Studying Brew. So there you go. Yes. All right. Congratulations. And if you haven't gotten yours yet, keep going.
Yep.
We got a few other people that got a pass notice and want to say congratulations to them as well. Guys, keep it rocking, keep it rolling. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah. My Primerican people love recognition on getting a pass notice. People in other firms, not so much.
They're just like, yeah, I get to keep my job.
That's pretty much their attitude. They're pretty much like that. I don't know why you're celebrating. I get to keep my job.
Exactly.
So congratulations.
Yes.
You ready to go?
Yes. Let's do it.
You're in control here. You know that, right? I don't have a clicker or nothing. It's you. Like, is she gonna switch that up? All right, here we go. Free to tonight. We're gonna go over types of accounts. Guys, remember this is just a sample of what we do. We go into greater detail through our paid content and our study guides. If you want more, we got small videos. We got all kinds of great stuff on all this topic, on these topics. And Brandy goes into great detail.
Yeah.
Because I know that types of accounts always gets talked about and we always have lots of questions. And by the way, if you're on live, we'll hang out for a bit. And if you got any more questions, we'll answer those.
Yes.
Let's go.
So I did want to take a different approach to types of accounts, right? Because
no clicker on this side, by the way. Someone asked if I had a clicker. No. Like a true wife, she has to have control.
Anyways. So I'm going to take a slightly different approach to how we talk about types of accounts, because I got a question today from one of our reps in our office who said, I have a potential client who would like to contribute to his kid. Is that a tax write-off? Let's talk about that. So I feel like that is where we should go first, is talk about like, what can we do for kids, right? We talk about, oh, my kids got, they get a check for their birthday or whatever. And, maybe we should start saving for our kids. So let's start with I call it accounts for minors.
You know what I hear more is angry grandparents that go, these kids don't have no savings account and I'm tired of giving them toys. I'm going to start them accounts.
Right. And then guys, like,
that happens a lot. There's a lot of grandparents that love to start accounts for their grandkids.
Yes. And I've also run into people who are like, and please, I don't want an account that the parents have access to. No offense, parents, but sometimes people think that.
Even though they raised you, they don't trust you.
Right. And so accounts for minors. Well, the ones that that are our go-tos, right, is that we have, I'll break it down like this. Our educational, right? We have the ones that are used strictly for education. We've got ones that are basically like, how do I want to say? It's like an individual brokerage account, but they don't get to make any decisions. So I'm going to put individual, like a brokerage accounts. And then we have something that's super cool for those kids that maybe work for a family business. Okay. Kids that work for a family business. All right. So, because yes, guys, that does happen frequently. Andy was a kid that worked for a family's business.
Yep, sure did.
So see, it happens. All right, guys. So for education, we've got two. We've got 529 plans, which are probably the most common. And we have Coverdales. Which, to be honest with you, I don't even know why Coverdales exist anymore. Because
they're on the exam.
Right? Because Coverdales have all the rules, like all the rules, all the limits, all like if there's a rule or a limit, Coverdale has it. Okay. So this one, you can only go up to age 18. So yes, you can only contribute up to the age of 18. Only $2,000 a year per kid. So like especially like in a blended family situation, let's say mom wants a Coverdale and dad wants a Coverdale, and mom's parents want a Coverdale and dad's parents want a Coverdale. Total max, just like an IRA, $2,000 total per kid. So it could be multiple Coverdales, but only up to $2,000. And it's subject to income limits. So if you make too much money, you can't even do it anyways.
How much is too much?
How much is too much? Well, that's actually a fun fact. How much is too much is if they assume that you're a married couple, right? Is about $179,000 a year if you're married. And it's about 97-ish K a year for single filers. Okay. So that is like your max, like your upper income limit, right? So good question.
You're welcome.
Oh, and you have to use before age 30. Use before 30. But the good news is that these are transferable. Okay, so maybe little Susie didn't use all of her Coverdale. Maybe she chose not to go to college, whatever the case is. And then little Susie transfers it to her sister. Maybe little Susie transfers it to her cousin, right? So she can transfer it to somebody else that could use it. Okay. Now, 529 plans, these have like barely any rules, right? These are the barely any rules.
No holds bar.
Yes, barely rules, right? There's no age restrictions. There's no income limits. These are subject to gift tax because why? You could go higher than 16,000 or 17,000 a year. So these are subject to gift tax. By the way, if you give your kids more than the gift tax amount,
even in Florida,
yes, it's a federal, that you can be subject to gift tax. So subject to gift tax. Let me see what else. Oh man, what was I gonna say? No age limits, no.
How much is the maximum amount?
There is, like, it's very high. Like one of the ones that I know of that my firm works with, like 300,000. So very high contribution limit.
So not 2,000.
No, no. That's why they're subject. See, guys, sometimes you're going to see which of the following is subject to gift, or which of the following is not subject to gift limits. I mean, gift tax. That would be the Coverdale because you can only go 2,000 a year.
Yeah, there's not a lot. There's nothing to tax.
Yeah. So, and then these are also
even the IRS goes woohoo.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Whoopity-doo.
Some states, probably should spell states correctly. Some states, not all states, but some states, tax deductible. Sorry, California. You are one of the states that not tax deductible. Okay. So
wouldn't expect it.
I want my niece to go to college. Okay, great. 529 is the usual go-to. Okay. All right. Hey. Thank God I don't live in California, person. California is not the only one. So, I'm just kidding. All right. So what about the ones that were like, look, the kid could go to college. The kid doesn't have to go to college. Maybe I just want them to save money to buy a house when they're older. Maybe I want them to start saving some money so they could buy whatever car they want when they turn 18, whatever the case, right? No restrictions to the money. This is called either an UTMA or an UGMA. UTMA or UGMA, right? Basically, it's an individual account an individual brokerage account that you could open for a minor, but you have to have one adult custodian. And it can't be a joint account. No joint account.
That means just one person.
Just one person. So it would be like Andy is the custodian for kid 1. I did that in my example today.
And no, we didn't name our kids kid 1, 2, 3.
That would make life easier.
Oh, it's a viable thing to say these days because I'm sure there's somebody that named their kids kid 1, kid 2, and kid 3.
So one adult custodian, no joint accounts, right? So I can't be like all siblings in one account. Can't be that. Subject to gift tax. Subject to gift tax. Now these, sorry, I was writing fast. Now these are taxed annually, just like a regular brokerage account, taxed annually. Bump, bump, bump. That's funny. The boy, the girl. Taxed annually. That belongs to the minor. So because it belongs to the minor, we need their social security number and their state of residence.
George Foreman named her kids all versions of George. That's why they were 1, 2, 3, 4, because they're all named George.
That's hilarious.
Even the girls.
Yes.
Georgina.
Hey. What else do you need? Oh, it's theirs at what they call age of majority. Basically, when they're an adult. And that age, by the way, guys, depends on the state. Could be 18, could be 21, it could be 25. And the important thing to know about these, irrevocable, which means if you get mad at the kid, you can't take it back. You can't go, that kid's not going to go do anything with their life. I think that I'm going to use it to open my own business. Oh my gosh, we used to use this Q Bank and they had the best question when it came to this. Your kid comes up to you and says, I want to open a weed store. Can I use this money? Yeah. If it's for them, they can do whatever they want with that money.
So the age of majority is because what the state deems as an adult.
Yeah, you can say it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because get it? Minor, majority, playing the opposites, right? Like that. All right.
Musical, so it's an A major instead of an A minor.
All right.
What did I say wrong?
Nothing. All right. Now, what if you have a kid? What if you have your kids? You own a business, okay? So you have your kids do some filing for you. You have your kids, work the counters, whatever, right? And you pay them a little cash, okay? Do you guys know that you can actually do what is called a minor IRA? Now, the IRA rules still apply. What that means is that tax penalty free at what age? Penalty free at
Age of majority?
59 and a half,
Oh,
yo.
That's majority.
59 and a half. Remember, all retirements get access to their accounts penalty free at 59 and a half.
That was a trick question.
No.
The way you were asking.
No. But because some people think, well, when they're 18, right?
Well, the way you posed it, I thought you were going that way.
I know.
I was like, why wouldn't it be 59 and a half?
Right. Because it's an IRA. But the great news is, guys, can you imagine if your parents would have started, just even if they dropped $1,000 in there when you were like 6 years old? But the rules are still the rules, right? 100%.
Yeah, the rules are the rules. My parents wanted me to work
100% of earned income up to 7,000 as of 2024, right? So you still can only put up to $7,000 into a minor IRA, and that thing can sit there for 50 something years. That thing's going to grow nicely, right? Yeah. So those are all the accounts that you guys can start for a child, given the circumstance, given what the adult that you're talking to wants to start, blah, 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 blah. So if you have a 16-year-old that comes to you and says, hey, I work at McDonald's and I'd like to start an investment. Well, do you have a parent that's over the age of 18? Or can we just wait till we're 18? I mean, you could probably start them on an UGMA. They have to have an adult custodian making decisions for them. But at the end of the day, whenever they turn that age of majority, it's theirs, right? Okay. So that being said, I got some time real quick. We're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about? Let's talk about the individual accounts.
The accounts for an individual.
Right. Guys, when we talk about individual accounts,
this is the most confusing thing for people.
How many of you in maybe trainings at your firms or whatever, you guys know what an IRA is? Well, and maybe you guys don't know exactly all the details of an IRA, but you know that an IRA stands for individual retirement account. You know that you can't access it until you're 59 and a half. It grows tax deferred, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I question if people actually know what that means, because a lot of times they go, can my husband and I start an IRA? Yeah, individually, for one for you, one for him.
Correct.
Individual.
Correct.
Even if we're married? Yes. Individual.
Yes. So if one spouse, guys, not domestic, not a I live with my partner person, It has to be a legal.
They put a ring
ownership.
on it, but they don't want to say I do.
Yes. It has to be a federally recognized union. The working individual can open a spousal IRA, but they're not joint accounts. Okay. But I know when I was studying, guys, and I heard, well, how are mutual funds taxed? I didn't know mutual funds. Like, I'm like, you can like literally just open up a mutual fund account. Like, I didn't understand it until later, until I was in training. And I realized, okay, guys, when they talk about how stocks are taxed, how bonds are taxed, how mutual funds or ETFs are taxed, they're talking about when they're sitting in this type of account. We call these brokerage accounts, right? Like the UTMA and UGMA. And no, I'm not ignoring your question, but I'll answer that one later, right? We call them brokerage accounts. This means that they've got full access. They can withdraw at any time. There's no penalties. There's no contribution rules. There's nothing, right? It's just literally an account, okay? So individual means you got one owner. Joint means you've got 2+ owners.
They're joined.
Yes. That means if you're in a joint account, those 2+ owners have full control, full access. Okay. All parties need to sign. All parties need to sign, get the endorsement, get the check, everything. You can't, like, George just can't call up and say, hey, yo, I need $10,000 out of this account. Okay, George, here's your check. And then like Mary and Alice are like, yo, what the heck, man? I didn't get that money. I didn't ask for that money, right? So all like George, Mary, and Alice would have to sign that check. Okay. So all parties, one owner, it's just one person. That means even the spouse doesn't have access to the information in that account. That means that that spouse can't just be all like, hey, I need to withdraw from Brandy's account right now. Sir, you're not listed on the account. See what I'm saying? So just because you're married, yes, that grants you certain rights, but it doesn't grant you every right. Okay. So then both of these can be moved into what is called an extra layer. I'm going to call it an extra layer. It's called TOD. TOD.
Transfer on death.
That's right. Transfer on death. This means, guys, there's no probate. So nobody's arguing over the assets in this account. I mean, they can try, but legally it's just whoever is the named beneficiary, and you are still subject to estate taxes. Now I know what you guys are going to ask. The next question you guys are going to ask about the joint accounts. Here's some keywords, okay? We have TIC, we have joint with rights of survivorship, and we have tenancy. How do you say that? Tenancy. That's how I say it. By entirety. Tenancy by entirety.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, you guys just have to be able to recognize it in a multiple choice question. You don't have to say it out loud to anybody else.
Thank goodness.
Yes. TIC is tenants in common. This means
got those fast notices.
No. Tenants in common simply means you take it with you. Take it with you.
It's my PlayStation. I'm leaving with it.
Exactly. Take it with you. You guys might see it on in your quizzes as the estate. Take it to your take it to your state. Then we have the joints with rights of survivorship. Rights of survivorship.
By the way, transfer on death does not mean you have to be married. It's who the beneficiary is.
Yep.
That doesn't have to be necessarily married.
The rights of survivorship basically says to the other people, I'm going to leave it there. Leave it there. Oops, wrong there.
Whoever else is on the account, right? It goes right to them.
Yeah, it goes to the other parties.
They survived.
Exactly. And then tenancy by entirety. I butcher it every time. It's for married couples only.
Yay.
It's basically a
they have to say I do, right?
it has to be a
They couldn't have been
legal form of union.
engaged for like 20 years because they never said I do.
Guys, look, common law does not exist federally recognized.
By the way, you have to be careful with that. People that believe in the common law rule, make sure you know what's going on in your state.
And by the way, common law and community property is two totally different legal things. There are some states that recognize common law marriage. You're living in the same dwelling for what, like 10 plus years, whatever. That's different. But that's not a federally recognized union. Okay.
But
So
you don't know what we mean to each other.
Okay,
Not enough to
well-
get married, fool.
put it on a piece of paper.
Not enough to get married.
Put it on a piece of paper.
And that's all that matters in those conversations.
It does, because that legally married guys puts so much, there's so many things that happen once you guys are, once people are legally married that you can't contest, you can't argue. And if a person ever becomes incapacitated, the spouse can take over. If they're not married, there's no rights. There you go.
So again, gotta check your state.
Yes.
All right. That was it. We're so glad that you guys were here. That was our free 30 for this Wednesday evening. Brandy went and got through those types of accounts, got a lot of that knowledge down. If you want more, we got more of that for you in our members area. We got in great detail. We got charts, we got tables, we got all kinds of examples on those ones. It is the most talked about topic.
It is. And it's on every exam and it's in the fields.
And I know there was one person on there who said, can an UGMA be turned into an IRA?
No.
No. So there you go. If you want more questions like that answered, check out our live sessions. Ask those. Brandy will give you more in depth than just a no. But guess what, guys? We got that going on tomorrow. We'll be back. Same bat time, same bat channel for the Studying Brew content, techniques. Can't wait to see you there. Until then, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you guys. As you saw tonight, keep it simple. Keep it to the keywords. Practice that in your studying. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.